you don't even have anything in your country. Me, I can go back. I have this. You can't leave, because when you go back, you can never have anything in life. Mm-hmm. So don't, like I said, so many things, which is true. Those people don't want to go back home because they have nothing. We have our lands at home. You have your land. You have, yes, we are Ugandans, but you can still eat. You have a family.
Yes.
Though you want to grow as a person, they have nothing. Those people have nothing. Everybody in Dubai from Asian countries, most of the times, they are desperate. They can't go to Europe or America. So Dubai is the only option. Me, I can go to any other country, even if I'm African. I'm still excused. I have that privilege a bit. They don't.
Hi guys, welcome to Kenganda. My name is Janita Maya and this is the Redefining podcast. Now on today's episode, I am joined by these two lovely melanin queens. On here, they'll introduce themselves and tell you who they are. Please tell our viewers who you are.
Thank you. Hi guys, my name is Natkunda Esther. I'm a YouTuber, actress and hairstylist.
Okay.
I'm glad to be here.
I love how you bring up the personality out.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Inda Gray and I'm a content creator, YouTuber. Follow me, guys. And I'm also a stylist as well as a real estate agent. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Money moves.
O'Shea Duke Jackson, I'm just broke. Let's get into it.
Okay, guys. So we've been talking behind the scenes and this particular topic has come up. Africans are useless in the UAE. And these lovely ladies have actually been in Dubai for a while. I'll let them tell you where they've been. But what can you say about this particular topic? But first to the point where you've been.
Where I've been. Okay. First of all, y'all need to understand today's episode is going to be lit because we're leaving nothing out. But before I went to Dubai, I lived in Kenya for 4 years, then briefly in Tanzania, Zambia, Zimbabwe, then South Africa 6-7 years. Yeah.
What were you doing in Kenya and South Africa?
In Kenya, I was doing shoes. In a market called Karioko around River Road there in Nairobi when you're coming to Nairobi. So yes, I am a shoemaker. I learned how to do shoes there. And that is what I did for 4 years. Then in South Africa, I did exactly what you think every Ugandan is doing in South Africa.
What
is that?
Criminal offense side eye. Sangoma ring.
You actually did?
Yes.
That's witchcraft.
That's witchcraft and abortion. By the way, people don't talk about it, but yeah. It's a business.
I don't like
there.
the word witchcraft.
So you were doing witchcraft and abortions in South Africa?
Yeah, but fake witchcraft, not the real one.
Well, this is new.
Yeah. Yeah. Juicy, huh?
See, now, you can't just come here and tell us you're a witch doctor.
Wow. Yeah.
But continue.
For 7 years. You were there doing it for 7 years?
Did it for 3 years. Then I had to run away. Like, it was so hard to get out of. But then after 3 years, I tried to find my fit. That is after I started learning the languages, starting to make South African friends. And literally understanding that, hey, you know how to do hair. You could do money out of this. That is what I said. Behind the scenes when we were just talking, that the mentality that you come with to any country as a Ugandan is very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fake witch doctor and then you made shoes.
Yeah, because when you hear people, that's the only thing a Ugandan can do in South Africa.
Oh.
So when you go, it's the way you hear that Ugandans, they go for cleaning and being a kadama. That's a housekeeper.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you go to South Africa, you know you are going to be in Ubusangoma.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, South Africans do a lot of witchcraft too. There's that.
Not like us. The real one?
What do you mean like us? Like Ugandans?
Yeah. This side with the OGs.
No.
So okay, we don't want to make it a whole witchcraft episode, even though I am interested in this. But now, how did you two are friends?
Yeah.
Did you guys know each other before you went to the UAE or you met there?
We met there.
Okay. Yeah. Why did you leave South Africa for UAE?
Oh, for me, living in South Africa, we had an entire episode of xenophobia again. I call it an episode because xenophobia is never ending in that country.
Okay.
So just another episode of xenophobia. Thank God by that time, like I had gotten experience through it. I've seen them.
What do you mean? You talking about xenophobia? Blacks against blacks, or like the Arabs against blacks?
In South Africa?
No. In Dubai.
Oh, no. In Dubai, it's more of African. If you're black skinned, you're nothing. I don't want to say African because Egyptians are African and they're light skinned.
Okay.
But like black, it's done for you. But like in South Africa, I left because there was another episode of xenophobia, and then the entire Zuma situation came in, state capture, and then the country was just like in total shambles.
So that's when you went to Dubai.
So I left, and then went to Dubai.
And what did you do in Dubai?
In Dubai, I went because my little sister had already gone before lockdown. Before the South African lockdown, my sister went to Dubai, and she was like, "No, Esther, come here, come here." I was very much against Dubai. I was like, no, it's not a place for me. Ooh, I like expressing myself, but you have to be silent. Oh, and also because I've heard so many stories of what Ugandans do there. If it's not being a kadama, you are a cleaner. If you make it out of that, then you're a prostitute. I didn't want to do any of those.
Okay.
And that is what I knew Ugandans do there, because when my sister also was going, that is what we were aiming for, the house or the cleaning.
Okay.
So I didn't want to do any of that. But by that time when I left South Africa, I was like squeezed. Malls are burnt down. I was working for Samsung by that time. The shop was closed down. We were looted. So I had nothing to do. And I couldn't come back to Uganda because here it's hot. Yeah, the side, it's an entire situation. It's hard to look for a job. I decided to go to Dubai. What come may.
Okay. Yeah. What about you?
Okay, that was interesting.
It was.
So me, I don't say I was so much forced to go to Dubai because I had everything here. My home, a home. I had my job. I used to do kids styling. Yeah, guys, I'm a kid stylist as well. So there was a time in 2020. Actually, I tried to go to Dubai before because I just wanted to leave. Like, I wanted to just go away. And I tried using companies in Uganda. You see, we have a lot of companies in Uganda that take, people abroad. I tried one. The money I couldn't, it wasn't even about paying. I wasn't called. The second time I went, I was forgotten. The third time I even paid money in a different company. That's the third company. My papers, I went to my sister, my big sister. Our papers got lost. Of everybody, my papers and my sisters got lost. I was like so frustrated. And then 2020 was where there was the elections and there was a lot of troubles. Guys, if you're Ugandans, there was a lot of, in the country.
Unrest.
So I felt so, I hated my country at that time. And I just said, I want to leave. I just want to go. I can't see, people that are in my age being taken for, those things that were happening. So, yeah, I gave up on it. But then I was, just relaxing myself. There's this girl that I used to follow on Facebook. She's called Montekisha. And I used to follow her on Facebook. She was in the wrangles of Brian White or something like that. So I just contacted her in the night. I was crying that night. I was so depressed. I wanted to leave. And I texted her and she was like, I can help you come. I was like, really? So then I had to send her money. I never met her before. It was my first time to communicate with her. I just listened, I always listen to my guts. And she asked me for money. And she was like, you have to send me money so I can help you come. I was like, okay, really? So I'm going to get stolen like this. But anyway, I want to go, I want to leave. And my heart was like, just do it. So I sent her money. And guys, in 1 week, I was in Dubai.
How much did you send her?
So I sent her 3.5
million shillings.
And she didn't steal me, guys. A lot of them steal. I was paying for the accommodation. She told me I have to pay for my accommodation. That's one bed,
Light visa.
which was 500. And then the flight, she asked me for 3,000 with, I think, some commission for the airport, guys. So, I paid that. And then she just told me I have to go with like 1,000. Okay, I'm saying it in Dubai. 1 million for safety, for eating, just something to be with. So roughly it was 4.5. And yeah, in 1 week I was in Dubai. So that's how I went in Dubai. And yeah.
So what were you doing once you got there? Because you're like paying to go there. So what were you doing when you got there?
I knew no one.
Okay.
It was my first time to travel. I'd even never left like Kampala to go to any other district in Uganda. So I just got the courage, guys. I wanted to leave. Like Uganda was so horrible at that time. I couldn't stand it.
What was so horrible about it?
The politics, guys. It was bad. It was really bad. And then
unrest.
Yeah, the Bob Wine situation. It was too much. And then when I reached, she was working in a company of cleaning, of course. Like Esther said, it's if it's not cleaning, if it's not made, the guys, it's always security. And if it's not that, they're also cleaning. So our men, Ugandan men, cleaning, security. What else? Nothing.
Oh, being a waiter as well.
Yeah, also a waiter. But
those are the polished ones.
Rare. Yeah, so she talked to one of her bosses, I think, in her company, that she has I'm your sister, tell them I'm your sister, you know, she also trusted me. Like, I really appreciate it. She had never seen me. She didn't know my character. We had never, met. But as a Ugandan, I was shocked that she was really trustworthy and she cared for me. And in 1 week, I got the job at her place of cleaning. And guys, that was the worst job I've ever had in my entire life.
How much were they paying you?
It was 1.6 with accommodation. But the accommodation was full of Filipinos. They are racist. I'm sorry, but they are.
It's the same
racist.
thing he said. Steven.
Oh my God, Filipinos, I can't stand. Like, I have a few friends from there, but like, guys, old Filipinos, like the old generation especially, they are bad.
They hate
seeing a black person, an African. It's nightmare to them. And it was the worst job I've ever had in my life. Like, guys, I'm a very easy person. I like simple things. And then I had to struggle. I used my suitcase that I went with to put in the stuff. The company never cared. And guys, I think I fought more wars in that company than I've ever fought, because that's when I realized I'm a black person for the very first time.
Okay.
I never knew I was black. Like, to me, I was a normal human being.
Okay.
Reality. And then you go to these people, they ask you, and then they put black. I'm like, okay, black. I'm like, okay, it's fine. And then, guys, I went to a home, my first job in that week. I was with a Filipino because it was cleaning for the very first time. I didn't have any options. We went to the house and we entered. I didn't touch anything. We just entered. The Filipino started, went in the kitchen. And I was going to go and do something in the sitting. So we both worked together. The lady had not come in. She came. She got furious. She got mad at me. I was like, what's going on? Get out. And then she told me, get out. I don't want you. No, don't touch anything. Like, I touched the bucket and she touched it and cleaned it with a towel, guys. I was like, oh my goodness.
Skin tone.
Oh my goodness. Guys, I cried the whole day. I went, like, she chased me out in the hot sun, like the sun of Dubai. There's no shades.
Oh my
guys,
God.
the houses are like mosques. Mosques don't have shades, right?
Yeah.
So the sun was out. I went. She locked me out. She chased me out. I went out with my stuff, and I was just seated in the hot, like in the sun, and I was just dripping tears. I was just crying. Like, I didn't care who saw me. I was just like, I rarely cry in front of people.
Yeah.
I keep my tears to myself, guys. I was crying like a baby and sobbing.
The Filipino girl stayed inside cleaning.
Yeah, she stayed.
So
and
it
I
was
had to
more
wait
about
for her
skin
because the card left. It brings you and then it has to
Pause.
come back and pick you up.
Yeah.
So I was in the sun for 3 hours.
Who owns these companies? Is it a Filipino company, or who owns these cleaning companies that you're working for? I heard like the Indians own a lot of tech companies there in Dubai.
Mine was owned by an Egyptian, I think.
Yes.
An Egyptian.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, a lot
And
of
by
them.
the way, what was surprising is for him, he wasn't actually that racist the Egypt.
He wasn't that racist.
He wasn't that racist. Why? Because every time we, the Africans, the dark ones, complained, he would go to office and, be on the Filipinos in the office because the office was full of Filipinos only. So when we complained that these guys are, like you go to a place and they tell you as a dark person to work in shitty places, and this person just stays in one room, and you end up doing the whole house, and this person is not doing anything else, the Filipino. And because they are the ones in the office, you can't really. So you have to go straight to the boss and be like, I cannot, this is not fair. So they would come in and tell them, and then that week you'd be like relaxed and like.
And the next week,
but guys,
that was a good Egyptian though.
Yeah,
because Egyptians in Dubai are not African. That's how they see themselves.
They see even they we took one of these things, me and Dima. I could play the clip in the background. That's me. Remember I was on the boat ride in Dubai, with my editor Dima, and Dima went out on the front of the boat. Yacht, because Russians, they just curious, whatever. Yeah. So then the Coast Guard came, and they were like, "Get the from around there, go back, like you're too close to the water," And so there was a Ghanaian guy, a Cameroonian guy that was, our what do you call the people that sailed the boat?
Pilots,
captains.
I don't know if he wasn't driving it, but he was watching the boat.
Oh,
he was saying that an Egyptian can be in the Dubai Navy. If you're from Morocco, any Arab, Algeria, but a black African I've never seen. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I only saw Arabs, and one of them, he said, he knew him from Egypt. He was actually in the Dubai military. Is that true?
I rarely saw any dark person who was in police, whether
when
Arab or I never did.
When I went to because I was going to do my clearance first, my Dubai clearance, because like for you to get a job there, you need to get a police clearance.
I hear the South African there.
They are privileged.
I hear
the
the
South
accent.
Africans, they
South
are very
Africans are
privileged.
privileged.
No, but I hear
accent.
your accent. Like I can hear it.
By the way, because my resume, by that time I was fresh from South Africa, I don't have Ugandan experience. So all my experience is South African. They would actually prefer me to stick to the South African part because they would ask me, "Oh, you speak the languages? I can speak Tswana, Zulu, and a little bit of Xhosa or Sepedi." They would prefer me to stay like that. But I would insist I am Ugandan, I'm using a Ugandan passport, even though I have South African experience. For them, it's kind of like,
impossible.
Is it possible? I tell you, my night job, my manager was Filipino. She was like, don't you think it's much... You stayed for so long there. Don't you think you would prefer to use South African citizenship? And I was like, no, I don't have South African citizenship. I am Ugandan. She's like, oh, I need to confirm. Like, it's Ugandan people, when you come here, you only do cleaning. So it's very rare to find a Ugandan who actually can speak English like you.
Whoa.
So basically Ugandans are not good at customer service. Yes.
Used to take
Whoa.
Yes.
There's something you say behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Ever since you've been in Uganda, you've met the most lazy Ugandans
I've ever seen in my entire
Unethical.
life.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
100%. Where I work now, I work in a saloon in Nansana, and I don't know. It's like a playground. When I look at people, if I was the manager, I would fire everyone immediately because I feel like people are babysitted. Like the business does not even have strict things that people should follow. Even the managers are like very reluctant. They're just like sugarcoating everything. I'm like, a person,
Really?
like, how? Yes, a manager comes and tells you, guys, we need to make a meeting. The meeting is about late coming, guys. No more late coming. If you come late, I'm going to cut 5,000 off your salary.
They still come
Don't be
late.
late to the meeting.
Before it's time to pay everyone starts going, but sometimes I come early. But sometimes I leave late also. And then she'll be soft. I'm like, so why are you cutting my money then? But Esther, for you've worked overseas, so you have...
So you think that since you've been, because one thing I will say, I encounter Ugandan almost at every place I've went to in Dubai. There's so many of them. I even saw them bringing all that matoke from Ugandan Airlines.
Yep.
And I was at Cheesecake Factory, and there was one lady that was, I guess July is a big time. A lot of Ugandans are coming back from for holiday here.
Yeah.
July, August, something like that. So there was one particular sister I saw working at the Cheesecake Factory, and when they're there working, like, you think they're white people or something, or Americans. There are a hell of a, yes, sir, no, sir, yes. I'm like,
Is this?
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah,
because
of
it will
Dubai.
teach you. Yes,
Yeah.
it will teach you.
especially Filipinos, they're really on it. Yeah, customer service is crazy. But the Ugandans I also see are the same way.
No,
They're very efficient there.
We are not trying to say the Ugandans are bad guys.
By the way, no,
Okay.
generalizing.
No,
But like the thing is, we as Ugandans, I don't know. Me personally, it is the religion and the culture that is really limiting us from being who we are. Because let me come back here. I grew up here. Esther didn't. She left at a very young age. Me, I did. I grew up from a place where I would say I was privileged, but still I couldn't express myself fully. So you are home. If you're too smart, they start beating you. You're too smart.
Too sharp.
Why are you too sharp? You should be a lady, especially girls. You should calm
scammer.
down.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
That's the reality of being in Uganda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growing up Ugandan,
Yes.
if you're opinionated, you're disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yes.
If
If you're too loud, you won't find a husband.
Yes.
Thank you. So
They will beat you if you're too sharp.
yes,
Because
Sharp like
apparently
what?
you
being
grow up to
smart,
become
bright.
a scammer.
Like you ask
Olimugezi
questions.
nyo.
yeah,
So if you're brilliant, you just start getting beat.
it's bad.
Why are you too smart? Why are you
Yes.
asking questions?
It's like there's a certain book that we have to grow by, and if you try
to get out of it.
and the problem is this is done to kids, so you grow up
like-
grounded in
yeah.
a certain
In a
way
box.
that you can't express yourself. You must do things to fit
The society.
Yeah, you must be considerate not to do what you feel like, oh, it can be good for you or beneficial for you. But
No.
what
Other
Juanita will
people
think
think.
about
What
me.
will they
or-
think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What will my neighbor think?
It kills
Yeah.
confidence.
So that has really killed us when we go to
Okay,
Dubai.
now this
Yeah.
makes a lot
So when
more
you
sense.
when you find a Ugandan there, they find you working in Nike. They found me working in Nike. It's impossible. That's a person who graduated from university here.
Yeah.
That's working at night.
No, that's
No,
not.
I never went to the university. I don't even know how high school looks like.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a person who went to Chambogo University,
They are the
Oh,
same
my career.
mindset wise.
Someone with a bachelor's degree.
yes,
Like I got good
they are
jobs
doing cleaning.
and I never went
And
to,
when they
you know.
come, if there's, if they're walking, let's say with a Cameroonian, that is when they found like a little bit of courage. This is why it's good if you're Ugandan and you're any other country, do not befriend people of your country.
Oh, thank you. I stayed.
Why?
I'm sorry. I stayed
not.
away from Ugandans when I was in
Why?
Dubai.
Why is that? We're supposed to be one.
I know.
This is getting good.
Guys, I went, like, there's a place called Satwa. It's where I landed. And like I told,
Very
I tell
famous
her-
for
I
broke
I
people.
tell everybody this story. I went there. You know, when you're from Uganda, you see this dust that we eat every day. And I went to Satwa. I had never seen anything. I was like, oh, this is nice. And then I went to Internet City. There's Internet City.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
I admired the buildings. I was like, oh, I'm in Kololo. Oh my God, this is Muyang. Oh my God, this is amazing.
Even more
I was like,
beautiful.
I am living in this place until I leave. I'll never leave this place. And I just arrived.
Yeah.
I kid you not, in 2 weeks of me being in Dubai, I was in Internet City and I stayed away. I'm sorry, but I stayed away from Ugandans because they all had the same mentality and
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Which mentality is
like
that?
if you try to
You
upgrade,
just have to be down. Even like me
Yes.
going to Internet City, the guys that I was sleeping with were telling me, you think you've
You're
just
wasting
come here, you
money.
think you're
Who do
better
you
than
think you
us.
are?
How are you going to survive? You know, we came,
Sleeping
earlier than
with, sharing
you.
accommodation.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, some
Oh
people
yeah,
have
bed
yes.
banks. You know,
yeah,
this
we
school.
call them bed spaces.
Yeah. So they were like, you think you're smarter than us? You've just come to Dubai. What do you think? Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
You're not going to last in Internet City. It's an
Yes.
expensive place. And if you be there, you just be maybe a prostitute in case to survive. And I was like, guys, you watch me. And guys, until I left, I
No
never left
prostitution.
that place. And I was in good jobs.
And that's the same attitude that's also in the country. People want to, oh, you're doing this. Who do you think you are? Like,
Yeah.
why would you try to be better than what people think you should be?
Have you heard that personally?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, me, yes. It's like,
I hear it
who am
most
I
of the times, even in
sitting
my family.
who's sitting on
It
YouTube
must
doing
be,
a podcast. Who do I think I am?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Who says that?
That's why I don't like Facebook, because Facebook has a lot of those people like
But you
grew up
never-
with.
Wait.
Yeah.
I mean, is it more women or men saying that?
Everybody.
Women.
Both.
But you never
People
hear
that
it
you
from
know
a
are
person who's
random
not
people.
Ugandan, though.
That's why I left Facebook, honestly. I can't be bothered by Facebook because it has a lot of people that I grew up with. I can't.
Oh, so the
Sorry.
people that you grew up with.
Yeah.
This is not like random somebody in the
No,
comments.
No, these are people
Even
you
in
know.
our families, like me, I'm very opinionated in what I want.
Yeah.
Like at home, I'm seen as the obscene. I'm seen as the one who's disrespectful because I speak my mind.
wild.
If I don't like you, I show you. If I like you, I'll love you. If I don't want to talk to you, I'll keep quiet. Like I am just that. And it's not in the norms of Ugandans. You have to be obedient. Like I trained myself to stop listening to people. So because I did that,
Yeah.
they see me as you'll never be happy, you never get married, you never get this, you never.
Unruly.
And I get everything. I'm like, guys, keep watching me. I'm getting even
Yeah.
higher. So we Ugandans, that's why I'll stick to our culture, which is not even our culture, is making us dumb
Very.
and very undertaken advantage of. Like we are being taken advantage of in Uganda, outside Uganda. Like we even now, like it's bad. We are very smart people. Like I see my sister's kids, I see my kids, like the kids at home.
Yes.
I see me. I'm a very smart person,
Yeah.
but sometimes I even limit myself because
Yeah.
of
To
the
fit in.
background and
The boundaries.
Because you have that
are set
doubt.
for you.
yeah.
So this is actually what's going on in Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the blacks. Now, let me kind of get back to this, because if Ugandans are feeling that way about themselves, I think that if you're somebody from the Arab world, you know, with their development, they feel empowered and maybe empowered to treat
Yeah.
you very bad.
Very
So
much.
how did the Arabs treat you in general?
Depends which Arabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, like, I mean, I guess it's true what they say in Dubai. If they're broke, they will treat you bad. If they're rich, they'll treat you good. Arabs, Emiratis, the owners of the country, UAE, I have never seen a bad one. They do not have time for that.
Right.
But the Egyptians
Yeah.
that ran away from the African card and the Arabs, according to them, they prefer to be identified as Arabs. Same goes with the Somalis. I don't understand why. They prefer to be
Even the
called
Ethiopians who
Bruh.
are like not even given any respect.
How are they? Because the Somalis, there's a clip going around right now on TikTok. Somalians are not black. Somalis are not black. But how do Arabs treat Somalis?
The same, they're Africans.
The Africans, but because of the skin tone, it could be because they speak Arabic, by the way.
No, I don't believe that.
For me, I think if you speak Arabic, for the Egyptians, for the Algerians, for the Moroccans, for the Northern Sudanese, if you speak Arab, some Somalis speak Arabic as well.
Yeah, there's some little bit of
Yes.
privilege, a little.
Yes,
but not
there's that privilege
Yeah, a little.
of being able to speak Arabic,
Yeah.
as well being
Their religion.
lighter and Muslim.
Yeah.
Yes.
But-
So go ahead.
Sorry, no, but he was asking like, how do the Arabs treat the Africans? Like you Ugandan, you're dark skinned.
For me, I take treatment from Arabs according to where they come from. Emiratis directly, they don't have time for that. According to me, I haven't seen it because they're not there to be your boss. You'll never find an Emirati being your boss. You're
Yeah.
working for them. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
So they are like on the top tier, so they're not going to be your manager. They don't have time to supervise you. They don't have these jobs.
Right.
So you have the Arabs that you see, that is your Egyptians. Those are your Algerians.
It's not even Egyptians, but more of the Asians.
Yeah.
Indians and Filipinos.
Oh,
Not
the Indians. Oh my
Filipinos,
God.
they're like us. I'm sorry, but Filipinos are like us. We
Yeah.
are the same, just they have greater governments that care for
The
their
government
Okay.
needs set a
yeah,
minimum.
but we are in the same range. But I would say the Pakistanis, the Indians, the Omans, like those Asian people that are not really Emiratis.
Yeah.
Because Emiratis just have the money and just
Yeah.
pay managers to
They
manage
don't
stuff.
have time for.
But like these
Now the
other
Indians-
Asians. Yeah.
How do they treat you when when you're like a black person? Like
Come
how
on,
are
you
you
sit
treated?
in a train and nobody wants to sit next to you. What is that?
Oh yes.
Whoa.
I never sit, like guys, I would
I'll sit next to you.
my thank
course you will.
My I had my bag and whenever they left I just put it and I just slept. I'm like, okay, fuck.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can curse.
Oh,
So,
Filipinos?
yeah.
You can curse if you want.
It was, and then
Filipinos?
you enter like sometimes I would see when, let's say, African men would enter a train and you would see these Filipinos covering their nose. I'm like,
Or they will
what
hold
do
their
you
bag
mean?
tight.
Yeah,
Yes.
They would start covering their nose.
Filipinos in particular.
Like, really?
Indians, they will treat you bad at a workplace because they have more privilege.
Yeah,
A Filipino racist.
it's just
Filipino
that.
racism is in the air, on the road, on the train, everywhere.
So let me ask you, Joan, because you love Dubai.
I know.
So now, because you will be considered like a privileged Ugandan when you're a customer. You're not working for them. So do you get treated with any level of disrespect when you were there?
Honestly, I don't think I experienced that. I said when I went to Dubai, I was treated as a queen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone was so nice to me.
Come on,
Doors were being open for me. Everyone was just so nice. I didn't experience any form of racism.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The same with me, because when I went, but I could. Let me just say this. All right, I lived in Poland for 6 years, and I met people from Dubai that came to Poland, and they said they would never want to go back to Dubai. But although I could understand that, let's say I was being treated nice, I didn't discount the fact that I felt that others were not being treated as nice. Because when I would talk to these people, even when you go to, and I heard that Qatar is somehow somewhat better than Dubai. I don't know how true that
No,
is.
I say
Freedom,
Qatar
no.
than I would stay in Dubai than
Dubai
in
is
Qatar.
much better than other middle. When I say like,
Yeah.
I will not even say Middle Eastern. The Gulf itself, because the Gulf, it's UAE. We have Qatar, Saudi Arabia,
Yeah,
Kuwait,
Jordan.
Jordan. The Gulf itself, UAE is the best place to be because
There's diversity.
Diversity, more party lifestyle too, things like that.
I
Yeah.
think they're more exposed. to
Yeah,
it.
even if you're just like a normal employee, yes. If you experience some hardships at work, of course, there are laws and rules that are governing every business. And if you're courageous enough, the law will be in your favor. Like in other Gulf countries, it is
so much.
silence 100%.
I can definitely. It didn't take I didn't feel like, okay, because I'm an American and they maybe can hear that or think that I have money. Of course they're going to treat you like that.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it like, if I didn't have it, then how would they like?
Nobody.
Yeah, I think back there's a time where I entered a taxi and then I had takeaway chicken and the guy acted like I'd brought in a dead body or something. He asked, "Oh, what's that? What is that?" Like, it's chicken. It's takeaway. It's like,
Were you eating?
I don't think if it was
No,
a
it was
different
just
kind of
the-
skin, they would ask. Not really.
oh, I didn't think much of it. I thought maybe he's a vegan
Yeah, it's the
and he doesn't
smallest
like
stuff.
meat
Yeah.
or chicken. So
You know, those taxis could also leave you. They see you, a black person,
Oh,
and they leave you. They
yes.
go and take an Indian.
Oh, yes.
Next in front of you.
Whoa!
Like,
100%.
It's crazy.
You know who would do that though? An Indian who is just one shade lighter than you.
Yeah.
closer.
That one.
Oh yes, 100%. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And because when you come as a tourist, like let me say my first week as in Dubai, come on, everything was amazing.
Oh, yeah, I think
that too.
Like I could go to Dubai Mall, nobody cares. I go to the Mall of Emirates, nobody cares. But then when you start working and you're really in, because at the end of the day, like Dubai is amazing, but it's all duplicated. Like what you see in Dubai Mall is the same in Mall of Emirates, the same in, it's everywhere. So when you start working, that's when you see your community of the people you live with. Like even an accommodation, I said I was offered accommodation, but I couldn't stay in the accommodation. It was full of Filipinos. They could act like guys. They act. I'm not trying to attack you Filipinos, but let's say facts. You guys act like you want to be the saviors of us as as Africans. Like you think we don't understand, we
It's
don't have
true.
sense. Like guys, I was in a taxi, a van that is supposed to take us home, and there was a Ugandan. She, not every Ugandan that goes to not every Ugandan knows English. And then mistakenly, there are doors. When you get out, it locks itself. So we were leaving. She went to take trash, came back, and then it was locked. So she had to call office. And then I was in the car. I didn't know what's happening. 2 weeks me in the in that job. I didn't even last in it. I like 3 weeks I was done. I was out. And this Filipino comes out. This girl comes out, the Ugandan. and says, my bags are locked in. Can we wait? They said we wait. The office said we wait. And this Filipino girl comes out from the van and starts trying to embarrass this girl and starts talking. I'm sorry, but you cannot attack a person,
A Filipino
or a Ugandan or a black person. I see you and I shut up. I'll get arrested. I got out. I lost my, like, I got so furious. I didn't know I was that hard. I spoke. She started shaking.
They fear us when we talk.
I got pissed. I was like, you don't even have anything in your country. Me, I can go back. I have this. You can't leave, because when you go back, you can never have anything in life. So don't, like, I said so many things, which is true. Those people don't want to go back home because they have nothing. We have our lands at home. You have your land. You have, yes, we are Ugandans, but you can still eat. You have a family.
Yes.
Though you want to grow as a person. They have nothing. Those people have nothing. Everybody in Dubai from Asian countries, most of the times, they are desperate. They can't go to Europe or America. So Dubai is the only option. Me, I can go to any other country, even if I'm African. I'm still excused. I have that privilege a bit. They don't. So I got so furious. And then people were walking by her embarrassing this Ugandan. She couldn't speak. Her English was not coming out. She started shaking and got in the car and just kept quiet the whole entire time. She never spoke again. And then we waited. And then the office called me. I was like, if you need me in the office, call me with this lady and we explain what happened. The office excused the case. They closed it because I explained everything. It was so bad. And this girl, I was like, come on, you can't speak for yourself. And you were like, see.
It's because of where you're coming from.
Yeah, it was. And then, because here in Uganda, like I said, you're smart, you're told to toughen
You must
in.
be humble.
Be
You
humble.
must-
So when we got there and then your visa, the visa situation, guys, even if you're born in Dubai and you spend there 30 years,
You'll never
and
be
your
a
visa,
citizen.
you can't renew it in 2 years. Let's say you cannot renew it. They tell you to go back to your country, which you don't know because you were born in Dubai. So that is what scares people.
Okay.
So their visa is their life. They are like prisoners.
I understand.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, because me coming into Uganda since 2017.
Yeah, that's a long time.
No, I haven't been here the whole time, but I've left and came back like 23 times.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. And I always knew that Uganda had a great opportunity for me the first time I came.
Yeah.
But I used to always try to explain to people, like, if you can make it here, don't leave. Even with Jonita, I was telling her, like, you said, let's just do this so you don't have to leave. You can stay here. You're better off here than somewhere else. Now, after leaving, and I met you at Kibera.
Yeah.
We have a really interesting story how we met. Like, I was really scared, but I'm going to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
And I looked at your analytics. I'm like, you have the opportunity to do a lot of great things here. And so do you appreciate Uganda more after leaving, coming back?
Very much. 100%.
Why? Why is that?
Because like when I left, I told you like there was the political situation and I was just tired. I wanted to see something different. Like my schedule, guys, I was always Monday to Friday, I was in town. And then Saturday, Sunday, I was with the kids because I used to teach kids modeling. So like the whole time I was busy Monday to Sunday. And I was like, this is not okay. I need to do more. I need to see more stuff. So when I left, I was done with Uganda. Like it was horrible. And then I reached here in Dubai and I'm like, I'm black. First of all, I didn't know. I am disrespected because I'm a woman and I'm African. They see just me as shit. There's nothing that I'm seeing value at. And then I'm like, and then I started looking at the opportunities in Uganda. But I'm like, this is progressing. I see that real estate is growing. I see the roads are being changed. I see the supermarkets that I see in these countries. I'm like, oh, so Uganda is actually nice now.
And
Like I used to admire Uganda from abroad. I was like, guys, I need to go. Like I started crying to come back home. And like I was in an okay job.
She was trying to show me that side. But for me,
I was trying to tell her. I used to tell her because for her she was like.
Can I just say one last thing?
Yeah.
Because I noticed when I was in Dubai, it is so expensive for the food. I met a guy yesterday. Uganda doesn't understand how blessed it is. You have Ugandans who have land. They sell food. They get a good premium price directly to the UAE. Yeah. They sell in dollars to everywhere, but to Dubai. I met a guy 2 days ago who has a soybean farm, and he sells it oil directly to Dubai because food is expensive as fuck in Dubai. Yeah. But you can do that. I seen all these guys selling matoke. I was Uganda airline. That's the best flight to go to.
Yeah.
Especially with a bunch of Ugandans.
I used to that when I was covering for the kids.
You know, it was nothing but matoke coming through. No suitcases. Matoke.
Yeah, he's shocked about that.
And it looks clean. I loved our guys. I looked at everything Uganda. I was like, guys, I am a proud Ugandan. Like I was like, come on,
Uganda has so many opportunities.
I need to hear from Esther though.
Yeah,
you didn't live in Uganda for that long, but you went South Africa and then Dubai. How was it coming back? Did you want to come back?
Coming back from Dubai, or
coming from Dubai to Uganda, coming back to your country?
Oh, yeah. Life can make you feel like it's a desert everywhere. There's no water.
Okay.
I tell you. You know, guys, the truth is what I've discovered from all my up and downs throughout this country is, first of all, most people think when you get out of the country, you're immediately rich.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Until your mindset becomes...
pretending to be.
Yeah. Until your mindset changes, Jonita. Because I live, for me, well, here I don't have that, I grew up with a family that loves me so much. I had a good life. No. I don't know my dad, here and there. Now you're working. I think I started working when I was like, officially when I was 12.
Imagine.
Renting when I was 13, officially.
No. On your own?
Yes. I just woke up when I was 15. I feel like no one gives a shit about me anyway. But I know, deep down in my heart, there's a child in me who wants all these things. I want to be an actress. You grow up when you have these potentials in you, but then the environment that you're in will show you are the opposite. You are meant to reach 18 and settle in Akazigo somewhere and get married. I didn't want that. I was crazy as a young child, but I went to Nairobi. I took myself, which sounds crazy to other people, but for me, I've already had this thing that if I die now, no one cares. Like, who would even care to call me and say, Esther, you're fine? No one cares. So I just woke up, got money, went to Nairobi. I thought I'll be rich in Nairobi, but
Canairo.
But when I reached in Nairobi, first of all, I don't know anyone there. Sijui kuongea Swahili.
She doesn't know Swahili.
I don't know how to speak Swahili. I don't have friends there. I know nothing there. I'm just a teenager who feels like Uganda is not good enough for me. And I have nowhere to stay, by the way. The money that I went there, I went with 1 million. 1 million Ugandan shillings, that's how much? 30,000 Kenyan shillings, maybe. It's just like being smart. I thank God I'm smart. I think I'm smart. When you are in Uganda, when I moved out, that is when I got to understand the inner me can do things actually. Like the way I thought I could, it's just that where I was, I couldn't. But when I went out there, my mind was working like this.
Yes.
Reach the market, don't know anyone. I don't even know where I got the thought to. I thank God maybe I'm a quick learner. I don't know how I started like fiddling with Swahili words. Next thing I end up in a market, literally getting out of the bus, you're looking around, you don't know anyone, you don't know where you're going. I just walked down. So now when I reached a market, I'm just walking randomly. I remember that I had seen some of the shoes in Kampala because I was
African
working.
shoes.
Yes, I was working
Flat
in Majestic. Gazaland was just open now. They are trending by that time. I go there. I speak my broken Swahili that I hear mambo, sasa. And I'm like, how much are those shoes? They tell me the price as if I can buy them, but I can't. And I was like, can you teach me how to do them? Thank God. No Kenyan. Actually, if there is any country that has treated me well, it's Kenya. Nairobi treated me from the very get-go. They were like, oh, really? They even got excited that a Ugandan can even say a Swahili word.
That's nice.
In the market. They're like, oh, sit here. They bought me food. They showed me how to do. Now, that is when I thank God for being clever, I guess. I learned how to do shoes that day that I reached in the morning. Sat there, and I was like, do you know where I can get a hotel that's cheap? They're like, I will help you around the corner. I went and slept in the hotel. The very first morning, I was like, can I rent somewhere? They were like, then another girl, Jackie, she was like, me, I just got my place. The rent is a little bit high, so we can share. I was like, done, colors. The following day, I sat there. I learned yesterday how to do the shoes. They just kept on bringing me the jobs themselves. They could share the jobs with me. That is how I started. Got accommodation. They feed me. I didn't have money. That's how life went on.
But it's better when you're dealing with, like, I noticed there's not a lot of beef between Kenya and Uganda.
I think so.
There's some going back and forth on social media, but it's a lot of love, though, right? Kenyans and Uganda. I see a lot of Ugandans. Even Raymond Kahuma is a great example.
Yeah,
I mean, he's doing excellent. There's a lot of Ugandans that live very great lifestyles in Kenya. In Uganda.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would rather give my money to Kenya than give it to Dubai.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
True.
Same.
Oh, I came back with the mindset of traveling to African countries.
Yeah.
Like, I used to always tell her before she came back, I would tell her, like, I just want to go back home and see African countries, because I always grew up like admiring America or Europe. Like that's what I grew up with. Like now I don't even have that feeling anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go to travel if I could.
Yeah.
It would be nice. I mean, America, Europe, just to see. But I even experienced the ACs of Dubai. I can't stand the coldness, so I cannot live abroad.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. Like I'm always cold. And so I was like, how come like there's Zanzibar? Oh, there's Nairobi. There's Lagos. There's South Africa. They are on the sea.
Yeah.
How come I
Cape
didn't?
Town.
You know, like I'm like, there's a lot of things to see in African countries.
Yeah.
But as Africans, you see, this is like on my channel, guys. if you follow me,
Go ahead.
you can.
Tell them about
Subscribe.
I always talk about how we are colonized. Even me now, I'm still colonized, whether we believe it or not. And you cannot say you're not. As an African, you're lying. Because from childhood, the dating, the religion, the culture, the dressing, the behavior, the studying, the politics, everything let's say Ugandans have is white.
Colonized.
White and Arab. So when I was there, I started appreciating African things. You see, I used to hate animals. Like I would be scared of animals. I used to be scared of dreaming animals. Now, if I dream any animal, I don't care if it's a snake, animal, lion, whatever. I'm just grateful that my ancestors are talking to me. Like I'm just like happy, and I always get blessings because now I love it and I just let it happen. And more blessings come to me than when I was even in religion, which is weird. Another, different story. I used to be scared of bushes or like forests.
Yeah.
Now I just want like to be in nature.
Yeah.
I love to be in nature now.
Yeah.
And I used to be scared of it
Yeah.
because it was like bad. You have to be in the glitz like houses, nice and all these things. And I reached there. It was glamour. It is glamour in Dubai. You access everything you can. There is Wi-Fi everywhere. If you have the money for cheap food, which is not even healthy, it is accessible. But it becomes boring and it's plastic. And then here in Uganda, or you see African countries like, let's say Zimbabwe, you see Congo, what they have. I'm like, I need to see those countries. I need to see those people. I need to see these things.
Yeah.
So I came back with that spirit, like I want to see African continent.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's lovely. I have a question for the both of you. What was that one situation that said, you know what, I'm leaving this place? Because most times when Ugandans go to Dubai, they actually spend like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
You guys did 1 year and a half. So what was your it thing that said, you know what, I'm coming back I'm going back home. I'm definitely leaving.
I did not come back willingly. I did not want to come back here.
Willingly. No, guys, I want to know that. Like
For me,
It just tells
Uganda-
them how you came back and what lady
for me,
Yeah.
now I thank God I am seeing it in a different light.
you should pay me.
Yeah, I tell you, guys, mentality or the way we grow up, it's another level of controlling your mind and your abilities and self-belief. I cannot stress enough. She was trying to instill it in me. I was like, because for me, Uganda is a dead end to me. It was.
Yeah.
For me, the thought of being in Uganda, it's failure to me. Unless if I'm back, I'm a celebrity, I am rich.
Yeah.
Or else, I will not come back here. I don't have a family where I'm going to come and be like, oh, I'm back home. Things have failed. Yeah. Now I'm back here. Oh, they babysit me or take care of me. I don't have that. So it's me alone. So I felt like I was much better when I am in outside countries, when I'm away from this country. The experience I have of this country is poverty. I'm short. I'm not light-skinned. I talk a lot. I don't have a good experience here. For me, it's poverty. What I can do, most especially, I'm not educated. What can I do here? I don't have a good experience of this country. Well, that is what I thought now. But just when you grow up, you understand that these hardships, actually, they've shaped you to think better in the later time of your life. So for me, that is what I had of Uganda. This is a dead end for me. That is what I thought. I'll never go back there until I've made money. I was very ready to die in the UAE come May.
Yeah.
Even in South Africa, my sister was like, can you just leave the country? I was like, no. Not because I don't think I can't do better, but at least if I'm going to do better, let me try to pursue it from here. Because in Uganda, there is nothing for me. Because even if I came back and I had money, I would stay at the airport. I don't have a friend who I'm going to call him like, yay, I'm back.
Pick me up.
There's no such thing. Yeah. So the way I came back here, Joanita, I did not have that thing like, oh, I need to go back home. No, my visa was done. First of all, last year, and the UAE, those people are very smart. When they want to get money out of us, they know Africans, they'll do anything to stay in their country.
And when they want you out.
Ooh, and if you want to survive, you would do anything.
Is that true?
Oh. People, their visas are their lives.
Yeah.
In the UAE, your passport is your everything. Yeah. People steal people's residence cards.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yes. So I'm there. Last year, these people, they will never give you time to sort yourself, hey. They'll never say, in 6 months, we are going to put visa limits for Africans or just anyone who's on visit visa. Mind you, I was on visit visa. How? I go there, people might wonder, oh, you went to work to Nike, but on visit visa? Yes. It's illegal. It's not allowed in the country. But why did I refused Nike to do for me a visa, a residence? Because the way those people, they underestimated me, but they also instilled something in me that actually there must be some power as an African that I have. But also they made I tell you, I got a job. For me, I told myself, God, I will not be like every Ugandan who comes here to be a prostitute, to be a cleaner, or to work in a house. Yeah. I'm from South Africa. I've been working in sales with Samsung. I will not do it. Ugandans, they will tell you, who do you think you are? Ooh, this is what we do here. Ooh. I humiliated. I stayed strong. I got a Nike call. I went. Now, they're trying me for the first month. It's allowed with you trying someone for the first month, second month. Third month, not more than that. Those are the laws of the UAE. Now they like me. After even if the interview was a lot of stress because of how they showed me that I'm Ugandan. Now it comes to the contract signing, because I think Ugandans are uneducated. There's nothing that you know about a contract. The bare minimum a Nike beacon worker in Dubai Mall, the single biggest Nike store in the world, they can earn is 3.5. That's 3.5 million Ugandan shillings. That's 3,500 dirhams. That is what a cleaner in Beacon makes. Now they tell me, my manager tells me, oh, Esther, send your passport copy so we can do you a visa. If we are going to be ethical and look into the contents of a contract, I would do that. But if you're going to take me like I'm someone from the bushes who knows nothing or the legalities of this country and how I'm supposed to work here, or we're not even discussing nothing about the money there. She's like, I did not respond to the email. She sees me at work again. I'm still a part-timer. They're paying me 2.5. She's like, you don't want to work here? You must understand this is a very big opportunity because you are Ugandan. I was like, ma'am, I am a Ugandan who has experience and I have proved that I can be able to work here. That is why you guys are offering me a permanent job here. Can I get the contract so I can read through it, or at least get a lawyer so they can explain to me the things that I do not understand, or I'll come to the management so we can change any clauses that I see they will not benefit me in the contract. She's like, Ugandan people do that? I was like, how much am I going to work for on this?
Was she a Filipino?
No.
What?
She was Egyptian.
Oh.
The woman tells me, oh, it looks like you don't want to work. So she wanted to trap me. How? There's another guy who was working there. He was a sneaker maker. We call them sneaker maker, the ones that draw on sneakers. That guy came because, guys, the desperateness that we come with to that country, it will make you settle for anything. Not knowing your worth. The bare minimum a sneaker maker can make in Dubai, bare minimum is 5,000.
5,000 dirhams.
Yes. He was working for 2.5 because he was desperate. He is Ugandan. They make you feel like they have done you a favor as a Ugandan to even be here.
Wow.
You don't deserve to be here. We acknowledge your talent.
Okay.
But because of where you come from, actually, the money has to be less.
Okay.
So I'm sure they still are shocked. I refused. Fast forward, I refused to sign the contract. So I never got to get residence because it's hard to get a job in Dubai. Very, very hard if it's not cleaning. Even if it's cleaning, it's a struggle because you're black. I would not say African because Egyptians are. Black skin toned like me and her. It's even hard for cleaning. So you're still in that struggle. So that's the struggle we go to if you do. Luck does not just find you somewhere that you're going to get a job and they do for your residence. Because sometimes in Dubai, if you are, as the Ugandans, they can even give you a job. You give them your passport and you might think they did for you the papers. You end up finding out later you are in overstay.
Yeah, a lot happened to a lot.
Because they never did what they were supposed to do.
Oh.
And the government is going to be you and the government, not your employer.
Okay.
Oh, that's how they got you.
Yes.
That's how they got her.
So now I was smart not to fall for that. That is
Okay.
why I never. So it was just so. Anyway, fast forward. The visa restrictions caught me.
Yeah.
You had to get out of the UAE to get a visit visa. It was becoming more expensive. It's Ramadan time when the Muslims are fasting. Business is not moving. You're not going to find a job anywhere. I was entering overstay. I was like,
Bye.
done, but I'll be back, Ndagire. I'm coming back.
But I want to know about Ndagiri and then we can wrap this up. What was your eat thing that made you come back? What happened? There was like the eat factor.
Honestly, I wouldn't say I had a bad experience.
Yeah.
Like, let me be open. From the start, it was blessings and blessings.
Smooth.
It was, I would say it was, I think it was for me to go and see the outside world.
Yeah.
Before I could appreciate my country. Because like my first job was into cleaning, like I said, and then they called me with 3 girls. They gave me back my passport. They gave me everything. They even paid me half of the money. I was confused. I didn't know where I was going to go, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I met with somebody and then they offered me a job of calling people for houses, like the real estate thing. And I was with that job for all the time till I left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't, but then me to leave, I was just depressed. I didn't, like, I love being out, meeting friends. I like being free. And I felt like I was in prison. You couldn't go out. It is too hot. You can't make connections with everyone. You walk in the hallway and everyone is running to enter their room. She had then left. You know, and I felt so trapped. I was into the modeling a bit, and then it was also full of racism, you know. And of course, my height, I'm not that tall. Yeah, I did modeling in Uganda, it wasn't that perfect. And then there, it could have worked, but still, I wasn't feeling it. And I was like, you know, I need to go home. So I was like, I'm done. I have the visa, like I have the ID. I still have a valid, ID.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I'm going. So I just bought my ticket. Actually, I woke up in the night. Like I was persisting. I just woke up in the night at 3 a.m. I'll never forget. I got on the list.
Yeah.
I just closed my eyes and I just picked any flight. It reached, like, I clicked on Uganda Airlines. I just paid immediately. I just paid in 3 days. I was in Uganda. I was like, oh my God, my ancestors, I'm back home.
Yeah. Oh, that's the perfect way to end this episode. Guys, we're having them here for part 2 or a different episode. But to the point they can find you if they want to reach out to you.
Before I even say bye, I don't want to discourage any Ugandan from finding your dreams anywhere. Mine was smooth. Hers was her story. Like there are Ugandans as well that do real estate, that do, different jobs.
Shipping companies.
But shipping company. No, they are not the best. Yeah. But
Shitty.
they're just, it's a lot. But like, I'm not saying all Ugandans are living a horrible life. There are those that are successful, but after being there for many years, I wanted to do 2 years. I was like, I'm going for 2 years. And if it exceeds 2 years, I'm not going to come back. But if it's not 2 years and I just make 2 years, I have to come back home. And I did that. I was committed to it because I saw a lot of people that just don't want to come back home because they don't have money. They are stuck there. They are scared of the reputation. I'm from a flight. I'm from abroad. I need to look expensive. I need to look this. I never cared. So just don't get discouraged. Follow your heart. Go where your heart tells you to go and you will see. So yeah, guys, that was it. Just a close. Yeah.
Where can they find you?
But if you want to find me, on Instagram, I use Ndagire. On TikTok, it's Ndagire. On my YouTube especially, please subscribe. It's Ndagire, guys. And yeah, if you need anything from me, I have all my links in my YouTube, guys. But yeah, just click in Ndagire and you'll find me.
Okay, Esther, where can they find you?
For me, YouTube. I'm a new baby on YouTube. So it is Essie Natkunda on YouTube, Essie Natkunda on Instagram, Esther Natkunda on TikTok, Essie Natkunda on Twitter.
Okay, lovely. Shay? So yeah, guys, you can send us an email at teamkenganda@gmail.com and you can also follow us on all our social medias at Kenganda Nation. Also subscribe to the Pan African Dating Show. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.